Hello, hello, and welcome to the Humans of TDF. I thought that since I'm taking over this newsletter, I'm going to use my superpowers wisely and I'm going to start interviewing some of the most important and influential sheep on the ground. And today I have an amazing pleasure to talk with Tias, who's our build lead. And boy, oh
Hey,
boy, is he doing a fantastic job. Hello, hello.
hello, Michal. Yeah, thank you for this meeting. Yeah, maybe I can start with saying a few words about me.
Please
Yeah.
do.
Um, yeah. So I'm a French builder. I arrived here at the beginning of the year, and I was traveling with my tools, stopping in different places to be with people and help them to build and acknowledge them all to build, and also trying to transmit this trust you can have in yourself to build stuff that you need yourself. Yeah, and I just heard about this crazy project by a friend, and yeah, doing a residency here about building, getting to know a little bit more the project. I just decided to stay a little bit longer because I felt like deeply aligned with the principle of this project, which is quite rare to feel that okay, that's very meaningful to me, that putting my energy here, like it's very rare for me to feel that. So yeah, and I got stuck here in Nihal.
Yeah, it's a familiar story. I've heard this one before. I'm really happy to hear though that you managed to find this alignment of values and state. And something that you just shared is really kind of hit me. Like the this thing that you mentioned, that like to build the trust that you can build yourself. And this is something that came up from a few volunteers that work with you, that they have like they get this feeling of like, oh shit, like actually I can do this, I can build. Can you tell a bit more, like how did you arrive to this? Because it seems like one of your, like, I don't know, I don't want to call it principles, but it does seem a little bit like it is something that drives you in this construction mode.
Yeah. In many way, I feel less as like a carpenter than like someone that tried to transmit something about trust, about fear. And first, I'm super lucky here to be surrounded by volunteers that are super curious, that are daring to do new stuff, which is a bless, truly. Um, and it's super valuable to me to see their progress, and or there are just even with the tool, how to use the tool, or you can use your whole body to work with the tool, or you can manage the level of fear, keeping a little amount of fear to protect yourself, but also not being submerged by this fear, to be able to build peacefully and to also understand what you're doing, why you are doing this.
Mm.
Also, like trying to share this vision of where is going the strength, where is going the gravity in structure. And yeah, I'm very lucky because here, like, I have a bunch of really talented volunteers that are really making some progress, and weeks after weeks they are more and more able to take initiative and really be supportive as well. So I really appreciate also this pedagogical side of my stay here, which is way deeper than just build stuff. Like,
Mm.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Mhm. Also, we try to. I mean, I try the most that I can, and regarding to the meaning we have, like to build stuff, structures, infrastructures in a sustainable way, like using sustainable material, of course, but also sustainable ways to joint stuff. Um, and also it's bringing a very intuitive comprehension of all the objects around our walking, and it can be very playful, like becoming a huge puzzle to build a mushroom farm or a toilets or whatever. Yeah, so it's very playful as well.
Yeah, that's one of the DNAs of the traditional Dream Factory. So it feels like a perfect alignment.
Definitely.
So tell me, I'm curious, what are some of the things that you hold important as a builder, like more in terms of your kind of principles, like how you show up to your work, and like what is the kind of the process side of it? Like what is important for you when you build things in a community project?
Um, so I feel like one of the most important thing is to keep learning. Like I keep learning so many stuff, like building wise, of course, we keep learning, but humanly wise, like it's amazing what I keep learning to be surrounded by people. So this is very important to me to really being on this journey. One important thing is to don't build stuff that's gonna collapse soon. So I try to avoid this situation as max as possible. But sometimes it can be tricky. But I try to embody that to not do a plan B structure, to just take the time to sit down, think about conception, drawing plans, and like also thinking how can we replicate those systems to make them understandable and to share them. So to draw some open source conception is a mindset that I'm trying to embody also when I'm drawing buildings or infrastructure or whatever. I'm trying to do it and the more understandable as possible. Um, yeah, and for me, it's also very important to each time with each single person to be understood and to be to find the word, to be clear, to touch people, to really transmit, to share what I've learned, and also to be able to receive from people. So to take the time to find the right word, to draw again and again, and to make sure that the people that are with me are really understanding, are also on this journey to discover, and they can feel free also to ask questions, to be curious, to dare do some stuff, like to also took some tools out of their context to do something totally different, like to be creative. So yeah, I try to be surrounded by all of these ideas when I'm here, but I think it's just a way of living as well. It's not just assigned to my building site. Like,
Hmm. Makes a lot of sense. And it sounds quite amazing. It's almost like using the building aspects and like, okay, we're creating like something that we want to last and that it's proper and not like a temporary fixes on top of fixes. But actually the experience of building is this beautiful gateway into a learning experience where you can practice so many things and from like completely cross-transferable skills like facing your fears, using a new tool, figuring out how to use the tool in a different context and all this kind of different things. And I imagine also the teamwork part of it and working together from like creating an idea and then seeing it raise from the ground and last for hopefully many years. Sounds like really an amazing approach to building. Like I found it really inspiring to just hang out with you and get little nuggets when I was there in TDF.
mm.
Um, I'm curious, what are some of the like most important or interesting lessons or insights that you got from working specifically in TDF in this last year?
Yeah, um, something that I'm always amazed to discover again and again and again is that from one people to another, I have to find different way to explain the same stuff. Like
Mm,
I have always to invent new way to explain stuff because every single person has a different way to understand the nature, the physics, and so it's that's also what I love so much. It's because keeping trying to transmit stuff, I have to as join them in different way in my head, and I also I I keep learning the thing that I know, actually, that I think to know. I keep discovering them through different angle, and yeah. So it's very beautiful, I think. So that's something to always adapt to people. Um, yeah, what I've learned. To also let the space for people to be creative. Like, don't give too much rules, don't give too much frame. Sometimes I can feel that someone needs more frame, but most of the time I feel like creativity is really birthing when there is total freedom around, or the larger freedom as possible. So it can be challenging sometimes to let this space for people, like, in the meantime caring about their safety, and can be conflictual stuff. uh, yeah, I try to do it at maximum. Yeah, and also being chill with expectation. I'm not here to run a company, or like, I'm not here to make a lot of money. So being chill with expectation, like, we're doing what we are doing, great. Like, we're trying to put ourselves into what we are doing. I don't care if you don't do 50 joints in the day. If you understood how to do one, great. For me, it's amazing. So yeah, to manage expectation, like, yeah.
Seems, yeah, like an important thing. And it really makes sense also what you mentioned. This, like, the first thing you named was the this realization that you might have to explain the same thing completely differently to different people. And I guess this also shows your understanding, right? Like, if you can explain the thing, that means that you actually get it. And that's kind of almost like the ultimate test. If you can teach the skill to somebody else and pass it on, then like you really mastered it finally.
Yeah, and sometimes I just realize that I don't understand stuff. Like, I'm
Exactly.
like,
Exactly.
oh, fuck, how to say that, or how to explain that, and I'm just like realizing that stuff that keep using, I don't fully understand them. So it's
Mm,
also a big lesson of humility, and yeah, keep
for sure.
keep yeah, be surrounded by people. Yeah.
And then you have the creativity, space for creativity, that then hopefully it all comes together, right? You have like potential to shine and build together in different ways, and maybe find something unexpected, right? That then gives this special spark into the construction. Speaking of that, I'm curious, what was like your most exciting building project that you've done, whether in TDF or outside of TDF, or like something that is really like, shit, that was amazing. I really love that.
That's funny because I would say, like, most of the time I don't really care about the project themselves. Like,
Hmm.
it's way more about the crew I'm doing it with. Like, as I said, like, for me, building is just a tool to be with people. Like, it's just probably my way to socialize, or a way I really like to use as a socialization socialization as a, like, my main way of being with people. But I would say that's what I keep with me from those different projects, and I did like a shit ton of different projects, is definitely the moment that I've shared with people, and not especially the thing that I've built.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but so here I built like different stuff, from compost toilet to pergola to mushroom farm. A tree house is coming, so it can be here. It can be many different projects, and also it can be tiny furniture. It can be bigger or smaller scale. Basically, I try to just bring an answer to people need, and this is also something like, to make people think about their needs, because when you build something, you can build something that is fitly exactly to your need. Like, you don't need to adapt your needs. You can, like, accept expect from the thing that you're building that is perfectly you need. So that's also something that I'm trying to share. Like when you build some stuff, you can have the perfect object with you. Like you can think about what is this perfect object, and don't have to adapt yourself from the market or from another vision of the world. So that's also a superpower, I feel like.
Amazing. Thank you so much. This is a really beautiful way of looking at the whole like this building world. Like, I mean, I have this frame from Micro Solidarity, people come before projects, and it seems like it's like a similar kind of way of thinking. Like this experience of building together is like the socializing, the special moments. But then, yeah, there's also the fun of having something in the end that comes up and is there also to bring people together. At the end, you're building physical things. So really epic. Thank you so much for this, TS. I think this is like a fantastic short interview.
Thank you, Michał. Looking forward to see you here.